Hey guys, Persona 101 here, and I know it's been quite a while since I last uploaded. I believe the last time I did was I think a month and a half ago. School, usual excuses from me. Y'all don't fucking care. I just wanted to make one because I felt like I wanted to, and, I haven't done one in a long time, and we're getting close to the end of the year, so fuck it. So today we're gonna be talking about outrage, and how people can get outraged with the stupidest fucking things on the face of the planet Earth. For this, I'm going to have to put on my glasses because I have my other monitor, my other laptop set up over here that I'm using just for this specific reason. I haven't done this in a while, so maybe a little, what's the word? Unaccustomed to being in front of a camera again. But I believe that I can try to, if I can keep my cool, and not want to kill myself, because what we're dealing with today are some very stupid individuals who can't differentiate between fact and fiction, unlike yours truly. So there's been a lot of really stupid stuff going on in the media this past month and a half, with the whole Hollywood sexual harassment scandals happening ever since the Harvey Weinstein got ousted as a fucking sexual harasser. I don't know. I can't form words right now. I'm in the middle of studying, so I thought I'm here. I'm angry about this BS, so I thought I'd just bring this to the attention of the people. So, a few days ago, December 2nd to be exact, HuffPo, Huffington Post, which is always a great source of journalistic integrity. Sorry about the reflection on the glasses, by the way. I can't do anything about that. Maybe it's the TV. No, it's just a reflection on the glasses. Anyway, so, with those things in mind, Detroit, that's the other thing, HuffPost put up an article, saying, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer actually sucks. Some of these lines from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer made our jaws drop, and I just thought, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, like the Christmas classic, that Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, that one, that sucks? I think it's pretty good. I like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, everyone does. It's a fucking Christmas classic. So what's a Huffington Post? What was their problem with Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? Well, I'm going to look at a short video on my other laptop, and I'm going to tell you. If I had better software, I could just show you the video. I don't. So I'm just going to sit here, and we're just going to look at it. It's too loud. Rudolph the Marginalized Reindeer. Okay. Maybe I have a problem with the title already. Maybe it gets better. Maybe they'll bring up some actual points that they will try to, some good points that will help their argument. I don't know. Let's see. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is a holiday classic. Of course, yeah, it is. That returns to TV each holiday season. Only this year, viewers are noticing the tale may not be so jolly after all. How? It's one of the greatest Christmas fairy tales ever. I don't think it's a Christmas fairy tale. It's one of the best Christmas stories ever told. Parents tell it to their children. I tell it to my nieces and nephews and my little cousins all the time. So what can be so bad about Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? Well, they're going to tell us. And sharing their observations online. Garrett Holrier says, yearly reminder that #Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is a parable on racism and homophobia, with Santa as a bigoted, exploitative prick. Oh my god. Are you fucking kidding me? That's an actual headline? This is posted November 28th, 2017. This is still fairly recent, because it's only, what, the 6th? The 7th? Yeah, I say it's the 6th. So already we have an issue. It's a parable on racism and homophobia, with Santa as a bigoted, exploitative prick. I don't see. Okay, well, how's he gonna back that up? How's he gonna back that up? He doesn't. So how is it? Okay, for the uninitiated, for those who don't know what Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is, it's basically about a story about this reindeer who has a glowing red nose, and all the other reindeers in Santa make fun of him and say, "Ha ha! Look at the kid who's different. Look at him. He's a weirdo. He's got a glowing red nose." Um, and I think that last tweet was kind of strange because isn't Santa kind of the one who's supporting Rudolph throughout the story? I don't think he's being exploitative. Are they saying he's exploitative because he makes the reindeers run on Christmas? And racism and homophobia? I mean, if that's what you get from it, sure, but I think the whole message of Rudolph is to accept everyone, no matter what they look like or who they are. I mean, I would assume that LGBT people and minorities, or any minority, would be included in that anyone, since they're people. Dave at Angry Blue Planet says Santa's operation is an HR nightmare and in serious need of diversity and inclusion training. Hashtag Rudolph. They're fucking reindeer. Okay, first of all, this is a fictional story. Let's just make that point clear. 2, they're fucking reindeer. What do you mean diversity and inclusion training? What? I would give you the benefit of the doubt if they were different colored, if they're humans and they were different colored skin. They're fucking reindeer. They're animals. There's no fucking diversity in... Okay, I mean, you can't have diversity in animals? How does it even work? Whatever. Former fans are pointing out Rudolph's father verbally abuses him.
Alright, son, try it on.
Jesus, the music gets really fucking tense in this video.
I don't wanna. Daddy, I don't like it.
You'll like it and wear it.
Oh, but Daddy.
It's just fucking... Wow, this is...
It's not very lovable.
There are more important things in comfort. Self-respect.
Okay. So, that's a father wanting his son to be like everybody else. That's a lot of works in fiction. So why is it only Rudolph that makes people, that is now making you upset? What do you mean, former fans? So, it's not good because it's a parable of racism and homophobia? It's not good anymore? I think that would make it better, wouldn't it? Because it's representing an actual struggle? This happens in real life too. Some fathers want their sons to be normal, want to be just like them. So I don't really get why with Rudolph it's an issue. Santa Claus berates Donner for his son's nose.
Donner, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Donner and Blitzen. Donner. The school coach encourages bullying. In reindeer games. Okay. That's... Okay, well... They're painting a narrative here, and you can kind of see it. I know you guys can't see the video. I'll put a link to it in the description down below, but they're trying to paint a narrative here. Donner forbids his wife from joining the search for their son. How's it? Clarice's dad is a bigot?
Well, there's one thing I want to make very plain. No doe of mine is going to be seen with a red-nosed reindeer.
Because, okay, the reindeer aren't used to a red nose, so they think it's weird. Again, it's a parable. It's just really, if you want to get to the nitty-gritty of it, Rudolph the Reindeer is an anti-bullying story. It's an anti-bullying story about not making fun of people and accepting others. So, and like some parents will tell their children, don't go next to that guy. Guy's kid, he's weird. Some parents are like that, and it's awful. Even the Elvis and Outcast are wanting to be a dentist. That happens all the time in real life and in media. So
You'll never fit in. Now you come to elf practice and learn how to wiggle your ears and chuckle warmly and go hee hee and ho ho and important stuff like that. A dentist. Good grief.
JT at John Terrible, an appropriate bit of wisdom for Rudolph. It has a meme. It's good we don't fit in. It means we're not assholes. Saying that anyone who is not like them or who isn't different, who just wants to be part of the norm are assholes? It's quite a message you're sending out since you're talking about being inclusive. In the end, Rudolph and friends better learn the bitter truth. Speaking of Jingle Cass says at Cass Martino says, speaking of hashtag Rudolph, your yearly reminder, deviation from the norm will be punished unless it is exploitable. That is not even true. HuffPo. Oh, well, as usual from Huffington Post. Oh, it's fucking awful. This is a stupid ass fucking video. Are you fucking kidding me? That was an actual video I just saw. So, well, yeah. Everything in that, everyone making fun of Rudolph, belittling him, telling him he's this and that, that all serves a point. It's to show that, yeah, even though this kid, this little reindeer is different, he can still do whatever he wants and be whatever he wants to be. The real story of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is don't ever feel bad about being different. Feel good about being yourself, and no matter what anybody says, you still do what you feel like you should do. And it's an anti-bullying story. In the end, at the end of the song, at the end of the little animation, they love Rudolph. Rudolph's like the most popular reindeer now. So that's stupid. How can people look at things and think, wow, that's representing racism or homophobia or something? They're drawing straw. They're picking at straws. Or is that it? They're picking at. What? I know what I mean. They're nitpicking. I was trying to make some fucking thing out of it. So that's dumb. That's one thing. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is fine. It's a fine story. It's not about racism, homophobia. End of story. More fucking liberals getting triggered over nothing. Speaking of people getting triggered over nothing, so Detroit Become Human is an upcoming video game made by Quantic Dream, the same guys who made Heavy Rain, a game that I really like. They make some pretty good video games. They're like Telltale games, but better. I like Telltale games, but Quantic Dream does what they do, but better. Alright? My opinion, of course. Now, with ABC News. Oh, once again, here we go, ABC News. Detroit Become Human video game puts domestic violence scene in player's control. Okay, that's mildly appropriate for now. For those of you who don't know what Detroit Become Human is, it's a video game where you play a bunch of androids and you basically make choices in the story that affect the world and affect how you progress in the story and how the world reacts to you. It's those kind. I don't really have all the details, but I haven't really looked into it. It looks interesting. It looks like it's gonna be a fun game, but I'm not too versed in what the game is about. But anyway, by Steven Smiley. Fucking shit. This game is called Detroit Become Human. The problem its critics have is that it turns the very serious issue of domestic violence into a concept people can play. Yes, kind of. It's the year 2038 and players have to decide, what would an android do? Players make decisions to manipulate the android's behavior, and one of the scenes in the quote-unquote chillingly close to a real-life incident of domestic violence. The scene in question. In a teaser video of the yet-to-be-released PlayStation game, a player-controlled android is a housekeeper. Her human owner is a slob and unpredictable violent father. In one scenario in the video, the violent father kills his daughter. In another, the android intervenes in helping the child escape. In another, the child shoots her father dead with his pistol. Yes, this is a game, people, but this style of production is called interactive fiction. So, yes, it is a game, people. That's where it ends. It's a game. It's a work of fiction. So it shouldn't matter. And in the game, I've seen the trailer. By the way, the moment where he kills his daughter, which it's pretty disturbing. I'll give him that. But it should be disturbing, and it should be very graphic because it's showing a real life thing that happens. Some parents go overboard and hurt their children, sometimes even kill them. But the scene in question in this trailer anyway only lasts from here to here. Say about 22 seconds. It's not a very long section in the trailer. So it is interactive fiction. It's not real. It's a fictional man beating up a fictional girl in a fictional world. That shouldn't matter. Gamer Kieran Verbeug, what's all these fucking names, said Detroit's not a traditional sort of game in the sense that there being challenges or levels to complete or anything. It's an interactive fiction, so you play from the perspective of a few different characters, and your responsibility is to sort of make choices along the way. Small dialogue choices or actions that affect the outcome of the story. So is the point that players have to figure out of what social situation androids should intervene in? Mr. Verbogue. I'm just gonna whatever. Yeah, definitely. It's set in Detroit, and it's set at a time where androids are integrated quite well into society, but small pockets of them are starting to come to realizations about their role, ways to be treated equally in humanity. He said, so it's kind of expose what it is to be human. The resistance in Australia. Domestic violence should not be entertainment is the message from several Australian opponents to the game. All right, here's where we get into the bullshit. Here's where you get into people not knowing what fiction is. Ready? All right. This presents violence against children and violence against women and children together. Okay. Red flag already. It's not women and children. It's a female android. So if you want me to be really fucking technical about it, it's not a woman. It's an android. Person who can't feel things. And the little girl even says in the trailer, I don't want daddy to break you again. She's been broken before, but she doesn't remember. And if we're being real, if she is an android, she really can't feel pain. But it looks like from the trailer she can feel fear, but she doesn't really react to being hit, because she's hit a few times in the trailer. Assistant Professor Shanti Raman, of course, from the National Association of the Prevention of Child Abuse and Neglect, said, quote, as a game where entertainment it normalizes violence and normalizes the whole relationship between parent and child being sinister. No, it doesn't. What? It doesn't normalize violence. Nothing in that trailer is being normalized at all. In fact, me, for the first time seeing the trailer, I thought, wow, that's a fucking asshole. A normal, functioning human being who plays that game will probably think, wow, that abusive father is kind of a fucking dick. And wow, how can he do that to his daughter? Why is he yelling? Why is he such an asshole? These are things that people would normally think. They're not going to say, violence against this kid? Totally okay. I'm 100% okay with this. In real life, too. No, that doesn't happen. It normalizes that whole relationship between parent and child being sinister. It is sinister in real life and in media. This gets presented to people all the freaking time. Why is it only sinister here? And again, it should be. It should disturb you. It should cause you to feel something. I think that's the point of the story, right? I think that's the point of that scene in the game and in this trailer. Dr. Rahman wants the game banned and says it's all too real. Quote, I think it's chillingly close. The figures, although it's animation, they are so real, she said. We deal with children and families who are victims of violence almost on a daily basis. Because I work in child protection, this is really very, very disturbing for me to watch because it just really seems to play out some of the lives of the children that I see. Glenn Cupid is a retired developmental psychologist and spokesman for the Australian Council on Children in the Media. He's also seen the promotional videos for the game and hopes it's refused classification when it's reviewed by a classification board over the summer. Quote, we in Australia have a major problem with domestic violence. Quote, why would we want our kids to be playing a game where they're involved in a situation of domestic violence? A lot of problems there. First, it's chillingly close. The figures, although it's animation, they are so real. I'm sorry you can't tell the difference between a polygons on screen and an actual person with flesh and skin. I'm sorry that that's really hard to differentiate for you. Maybe you should stop playing so many video games, sir. Just saying. We deal with children and families who are victims of domestic violence almost on a daily basis. Because I work in child protection, this was really very, very disturbing for me to watch because it is just really seems to play out in some of the lives of the children that I see. And again, that's the point. It should be disturbing. It should disturb you. It should make you feel something. That's the entire point of that scene in the trailer. It's to make you think like, man, how can he do that to his daughter? It's messed up. It's fucked up. Why would we want our kids to be playing a game where they're involved in a situation of domestic violence? Well, the game's rated M. I don't know why you'd want your kids to be playing the game anyway. That's what the fucking rating system is for. You know? E for everyone, E10 and up. Maybe 10-year-olds are only able to handle that sort of stuff. Like Kingdom Hearts is E10, which is weird, but whatever. Call of Duty rated M for mature. Obviously, don't let your kids play those games. Or Mortal Kombat. Especially Mortal Kombat. So that really all comes down to responsibility. You can't blame the games for being violent. Are all games supposed to be like Minecraft or Roblox where there's no violence in them? I mean, there's quite a bit of violence in Roblox, but Minecraft is not as violent. It's cartoon violence in Roblox. So it's like that you're basically telling them to censor themselves, and that's a big no-no. Would anyone want to play this? Yes, I would. Well, because people love to be in control, Mr. Cupid. I got into this when I did some research on commercial videos that children were watching, he said. One of the questions we asked was, tell me a scene you really like to remember, and where 40% of the kids reacted to a scene of extreme violence as one they really like to remember. Well, why'd you show these fucking kids things like this? It seems very counterintuitive to me. Why would you do that? It seems to tap into some latent desire of power and control or something of that kind. That is very attractive to people. It's a fucking video game. It's a fucking video game. Yeah, we want to be in control. We should be. We're playing the game. It's not a movie where we're just watching and sitting. But if we knew how to control that, we would be in a much better place as a society. And that's where it ends? That's so stupid. But if we knew how to control that, we would be in a much better place. If we knew how to control video games, we would be in a better place as society. What garbage. What fucking garbage. So they basically want Detroit Become Humans developers, Quantum Dream, to censor themselves and to not show something that happens in real life. Well, fuck, man. I didn't know, man. Because Phil DeFranco reported on this today, saying something like, well, there's a scene in Jaws where a kid gets eaten, and that's PG-13. In the new It movie, spoilers for those of you who haven't seen the It movie, skipped like a minute ahead, a kid, Georgie, gets eaten by the clown, Pennywise. I think that's pretty fucking disturbing and graphic. But in Detroit Become Human, when a dad beats his daughter, suddenly, it's too much. What the fuck? That's the ultimate hypocrisy. That is a hypocritical statement if I've ever heard one. The only one to ban video, it's always only video games that depict violent scenes. Never movies, never TV shows, never comic books. No, it's only video games that depict violence and domestic abuse situations. Come the fuck on. Oh, man. This is the kind of thing that I don't like. When people take something that's so innocuous and so meaningless, and they try to apply some kind of something bad to it. They're trying to make it seem worse than it actually is. And I don't get that. That's really dumb. It doesn't make any sense, and they want censorship. They want to censor things. Freedom of speech means nothing to these people, and if it's not all flowers and sunshine, it's bad. Oh man, now it's 24 minutes. I'm probably going to be my longest video in a while. God damn. Well, either way, I hope you guys enjoyed. I know that I like making this video. This is fun. I forgot how that I like making YouTube videos. I'll make a lot more because school's ending in like a week. And yeah, I'll shave the beard. I know some people are gonna bitch in the comments of my fucking beard. I don't fucking care. But anyway, if you want to stay up to date and see what's going on and why I feel the urge to end myself every day, come follow me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter. I'll leave the links to those in the description down below. And until the next video, I'll see you guys next time. I forgot the fucking mouse.